I was saying we're going to be using a combination of this with the mortar starting from the exterior of the house, okay, and then working our way in that way, and that'll be a far better shot at keeping them out to begin with. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut this out of the way, obviously. So I've got the old Milwaukee circ saw here ready for that, set to the depth of a 2x4. Okay, so I'm not hitting the brick. All right. So I can take just the 2x4 out, and then I might have to take this one. This looks like an old piece of fence post, or fence with a piece of a fencing that they used here. It's all coming off the wall. Might have to, although it looks so rotten already, it's probably no consequence either way. But anyhow, so that's going to have to come off so I can get to the hole behind that. And then another thing too with dealing with rodents and whatnot is it's the overgrowth, whatever condition you have to deal with outside around the house. Now this one here was just mowed down not that long ago, as I'm not touching it. You can see that there, and I'm going to tell you why right there. I can't stand poison ivy. I can't stand catching it. I just can't live with poison ivy. So it's not my deal. It's not my deal. I stay away from that kind of stuff. I stay away from lawn maintenance the best I can because of that right there. So you know, you're gonna definitely try to keep things cut down around your house. The squirrels too are another problem around here, and they got free access to just about anything they want with this tree growing up here. That's another thing you have to watch out for. Okay, tree limb is literally on the roof, so you know, anybody with bat sense is going to know what's going to happen when you get the tree blowing in the wind, what it's going to do to the surface of the roof, right? Not rocket science. Common sense. Okay? So really, that all needs to be cut back. I'm not doing that. It's not my deal, but all needs to be cut back. Okay? So, here's my bucket I'm going to be mixing in. Like I said, I'm using a stone veneer mix that has a little bit of flexibility, and it still has some adhesion, so I'm not out here playing around with it. I want it to stick. I don't feel like messing with all that. We're going to be using this in combination with the veneer mix, because you don't put it past any kind of rodent. If you leave wet concrete for a rodent to dig in, they will literally dig wet concrete or soft concrete that's not cured, or they'll literally dig it right out of the way, and just like it's not, you know, they'll dig it like they're digging a hole in dirt. So we want to incorporate this mesh into it, which makes them think twice. You know, once they start digging in it, they're going to think twice about it once their claws start hitting that. Okay, so we're going to have to incorporate that into it. You know, I'm going to put one layer in, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a layer of this in it, then I'm going to put another layer in it, then I'm going to try to get another double layer of this in it, and then top it off. Although here it's not going to matter much for appearance, but I'm going to try to get it to you know, look somewhat clean, like somebody gave a shit about doing it, you know, decent. And it'll be a start. It'll be a start. As far as this side of the door goes, I don't know if I'm going to be able to trowel anything behind there, because it's the same deal. There's a gap down behind the brick molding that I'm sure is a vulnerability. I can feel it with my hand back there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Maybe I can get some mud on the trowel and just slap it back in there and hope for the best. Jam some wire in there first as sort of like a backer rod, and we should start to see less activity on the inside. I've already checked the front out. I can see nothing going on in front of this house that would indicate that that any rodents are coming in that way. I've checked and double checked inside and out, and there's no indication anything's going on. Now if you see this hole here, right, see that's the one I was talking about here. We're going to have to cut the 2x out of the way. They could potentially be coming through the base cabinet, which does have droppings in it somewhere, and finding their way up through there somehow and slipping in that way. It's another way they could be doing it. They could be going underneath of the cabinet, okay, and creeping out underneath there. But what good is it going to really do you to seal that all up, except for appearances, if they're just coming in through that hole out there? So that's my main point of this, is that you need to start on the outside. The outside and work your way in. That's the main point to this topic. Okay? People too often, they try to just stuff crap down on the inside, and they will find a way to get around it. They'll find a way. Here's an example of that. Well, might have pulled it out, but under these discussions, a lot of times you'll see steel wool and stuff like that shoved down in there, and really that pipe is only going into the basement. So unless you have your basement completely shut down, with the door caulk shut, what good is it really going to do you? Looks like a little bit underneath of that board there that's been screwed down to the floor. So yeah, so I'm going to get started on getting this done before it gets any later. Just wanted to put this out there in case anybody doesn't know or is wondering. You're always invited to comment or share your expertise, because I'm always looking to learn new things, and another person, somebody else's take on these issues. It's always interesting to get some more perspective, another perspective on how people do things. There's probably 1/2 dozen other ways of doing it, and I'm aware of that. It's always like to get new tricks and techniques and tips from people, so feel free. Give me any input you have. But yeah, so you see, nothing but a problem, and most of it looks like a bad door install. And poor upkeep, overflowing gutters, creates rot, creates decay, deteriorates mortar, and then you have vulnerability. So it's a matter of upkeep as usual. That's the bottom line. You have to keep these things up, or you're going to get it. There's the missing, the old missing shingles. I tapped around here. I can't really feel any holes there. Looks like somebody stuffed something up under there. I don't know what the hell happened there, but anyway. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to have to cut that there out with the old Milwaukee circ saw. This is my favorite one. Love it. But safety glasses there. So anyway, I'm going to get started on it, and we'll see if there's a part 3. Peace out.